Well, hello everyone. I said this channel was shut down 98%, but that doesn't mean we don't have time for a liar's box. That's how it works. If I say no more, then a box arrives. I'm a liar. Now, this Fast Times at Ridgemount High, I just did a one-off because it wasn't in this box and it was a one-off. And it was important enough to get its own video, but might as well start here and just say, there it is. And if anybody knows what happened here, if that was a deleted scene or it's an amalgam trying to tell you or whatever it was, I'd appreciate that because it baffles my brain. I've probably seen this movie 100 times and do remember that. All right, let's get to the liar's box. Let's open this baby up and let's get through these lies. This guy did a great job packaging because it is an endless labyrinth here. Gosh, what a mess, sorry. All right, here we go. Ooh, look at this fancy box. Look at that, African Queen. Patrick Dempsey, Tom Hanks. You know, I've never seen this movie. I've only seen, this chick is cantankerous, yelling at this guy here. And he's got like a little steamboat or something. Something you'd see at Disneyland. I guess she needs a ride or something. I don't know. I've never seen it. I guess I need to. It's one of those films. Now I can. Look at that there. I didn't know she was in Ghostbusters. She looks like Zool there. What's going on right there? There's no way. What's the rating on this? There's no way that chick has her shirt off. Or whatever. I don't even see a rating on here. 1951. I think that was still under those rules. Well, this was made in 83, but that movie was 51. I don't see a rating on this. I mean, I assume anything this old is rated G, but you know, I don't know. There wasn't a PG-13 back then, so. I like that little fancy, but look at the condition this thing is in. Woo-wee. That thing looks brand new. I don't see any hint of rental either, but you know I gotta sniff it, right? Whoa. I don't even see a butt flake in there. I mean, there's a little scrappy here, but I mean, wow, 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 wow. What does that say? Warning, full retail of product will be real affected, removed. I think that means don't remove that sticker, but I think that's a factory sticker, not a Dave's Video Rental sticker. Pretty cool. Love that condition too. African Queen. How apropos is this? Look at that. As I'm speaking, Superman is released today. This is the 11th of July. Yes. I think it's just called Superman. Anyway, Corn Sweat. That's the guy's name. This is Dick Donner's Superman, Christopher Reeve. And I think off the back of the success of those two films, and by the way, 3 is my favorite. I think it's fun with Richard Pryor, but whatever. We're talking about Somewhere in Time. This one's a weird one. This guy is in present day, and this chick here from James Bond, Jane Seymour, I think she's in the Gilded Age, and somehow he like looks at his watch and can put himself back into the Gilded Age, sort of like that Keanu Reeves movie where he was reading mail and they were talking to each other across time. I think there was a Star Trek Voyager like that too. Whatever. That's what this movie's about. Yeah, see, look. That looks like the Gilded Age. Certainly. There. Returning to 1912. Well, 1912 wouldn't be called the Gilded Age, though, would it? Wasn't that the Industrial Age by that point? And we're not here for a history lesson. We're here to look at Betamax tapes. I don't think this was a rental. Wink. Let's see the shape of it, though. In good condition. I don't see any mold, so I guess I gotta sniff it. Nope. No hint of that. Although, to be honest, my sniffer it's lost. It used to be a superpower. Now I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's the typical glue stuff. I've only seen this movie a couple times. It used to show it on cable. So, I don't know. I like it. Uh-oh. We got a brown Betty here. Sure sign of a rental. What does that say? The Pursuit of D.B. Cooper. Hello. 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 Woof. Let's see. I don't think I've ever seen this movie, by the way. Robert, does that say Duvall? Treat Williams. I know him. He's a treat. Catherine Harold. Catherine Harold was in a bunch of stuff. I know her from that Jeff Goldblum, Michelle Pfeiffer movie, Into the Night. She's in that. And I think she was also Gary Shandling's wife in Larry Sanders. I don't know. I can't read these other names, but if this wasn't a rental, I'll eat my hat. Wow. Good condition. Whatever video store this was, they must have not rented very many tapes. Look at the shape of this thing. That looks fabulous. Give it a sniff. Nope. That's one of the best smelling ones I've ever smelled. That's my life, tea. I smell tapes. Any questions? I smell tapes for a living. All right, there you go. Pursuit of D.B. Cooper. You don't know D.B. Cooper. He was the guy who was on the airplane. I think it was from Seattle to Portland or something. He hijacked the plane, grabbed, I think it was a bunch of money, and then jumped out of the plane. He opened some kind of hatch in the back and just jumped out. And to my knowledge, they've never caught him or really even knew who he was. Now, I've seen a couple of specials not that long ago where they're claiming he was, there was a guy there, I can't remember the name of him, but you can look it up on YouTube. They're saying he got away with it. And he didn't die because they found where he landed. They found a parachute and stuff. And I want to say somebody found like some money or whatever. I don't know. You're going to have to look it up because I don't remember. But that's The Pursuit of D.B. Cooper. Now, this was made way back when, so they probably didn't have any information. I would assume that movie he was never found. All right, ordinary people. And I'll follow to the ordinary people. Thank you. Let's see, Mary Tyler Moore. Hey, Mary Tyler Moore, I know everybody talks about that show. I caught her in a movie with Ted Danson. And I think it was Christine Lottie. And anyway, Ted Danson was a player and having an affair and dies while he's gone out on some business trip. And Mary Tyler Moore finds out he had a whole another life, and the mistress befriends the real wife. They become like best friends, and then I can't remember the name of that, but it was an interesting watch. I'm not 100% sure it wasn't a TV movie, but who knows. This has got, I've never seen this movie. That looks like Donald Sutherland, and who's the guy over there? Is that a chick? Judd Hirsch, you know him from Taxi. Timothy Hutton. I know Timothy Hutton, but I don't know what he's in. I think he was in it Taps or something. I don't know. I'm not the Timothy Hutton biographer. Be kind, rewind. But look at the condition of this tape. Whoever owned this video store, and I wish there was a name on there, he ruled with an iron fist, because these tapes are in excellent condition. No signs of mold. Yep, perfectly clean. By the way, I've paid more for lots like this. This lot was cheap as chips. And I don't know that I've seen better condition. Oh, there's another giveaway. I'll just leave it. Such a pain to dig those out of there. See? We're ordinary. Come buy our movie ticket. And I think movie tickets were like $2 or $3 back then. I remember the one place I went to was a UA theater, which that don't exist anymore. And I want to say at night it was $4, and if you wanted to sit in Loge, which was a slightly raised platform in the back, it was $4.50. How do you like that trivia? Just wait till that Trivial Pursuit question comes out. Everybody at the table is going to pass out. Educating Rita, I think this is a duplicate for me, although looking at the condition just first blush, it may replace that one. And this is Rita. She obviously gets educated. I want to say, oh yeah, she's cutting the hair. I've never seen this. I would watch this. I need to sit down and start watching some of this stuff. You know what I watched the other day, sitting right here in this spot? 9.5 Weeks with Mickey Rourke and Kim Basinger. I hadn't seen that movie probably since the 80s. That's a crazy movie. And I'm not talking about all of the nonsense and fruit eating. The Mickey Rourke character, I don't remember him being such a hole. That's a crazy movie. It's about, controlling women and psychological games, and totally lost on me when I was watching that as a kid back in the 80s. I watched it because John Taylor did a song for the movie. Are you happy now? Do you feel how you wanted to feel? I do what I do to have you, have you. What do you think? Better than John Taylor? Just as good? I'll take that. The Quiet Man. Or what others say, the movie that came before, Rooster Cogburn. Never seen it. Never seen Rooster Cogburn. This looks suspiciously like it's been colorized. And you say, oh, dummy, it says it right on there. Well, I can't read that. So if it says it's colorized, I can't read it, but I'm looking at that. Maureen O'Hara. I know her from that John Candy movie where he did a love story. He was the leading man with Ali Sheedy. That's an underrated movie, I think. Quiet Man. I guess I would watch that. I don't know, see, it's black and white there too. Maybe they just colorized the, the Nostalgia Merchant. How do you like that name? Think he's still around? The Nostalgia Merchant. Sorry, I'm working. I told you guys that's why this channel is sort of dormant, because I'm so busy. I'm actually working as we talk about this stuff. And I know you don't care, but I'm just telling you, when you hear those clicks, when you guys get together with your conspiracy groups and wonder what that noise is in the background, it's just me typing. It's your think tanks. I'll just tell you what's going on. That's Republic Pictures. We've seen a few of those before. Which to me usually means cheap, but I mean, look, there's a thick wad of tape there, so they didn't cheap out on this one. Let's give it a sniff. Not a smell anywhere. Now, because it's in this lot, I would assume this was a rental, but I don't see any signs of this being a rental. You know, maybe they got the tape and stuck it on the shelf and said, if anybody wants to rent it, we'll put a sticker on it, and nobody did. I don't know. I mean, you guys tell me. Is anybody that was around that wasn't, 10 years old, was older, you were 20 or 25, and you were renting in the heyday of mom and pop video stores? Would you watch something like this? Or would you only watch the new stuff? That's my question. I see a blank tape here. A couple of blanks? Some weird box. So I'll just keep going with this stuff. Maybe we'll clean up with those. Oliver. Now listen, I wouldn't watch this with your... This is not my jam. I think they sing the whole time, right? Isn't this... they're giving him gruel. Please, sir, can I have some more? That's Oliver, right? Yeah. I'd rather watch Ishtar than sit through this. And I have a friend that's probably going to make me sit through this. That'd be my guess. Our the whole thing of this channel, reignited it. Excuse me. Reunited. What was that sound in the background? What reunited or built up the what was the problem with me? Got it going again was Laserdisc. I bought a batch of Laserdiscs, and we were gonna watch the Laserdisc and comment on those, and it blossomed into this. And we barely do any Laserdiscs because there's nobody here to watch them. It has to be a gaggle of three, and the three is never together. And if they are, they're not watching Laserdisc. So that's probably how I'll have to watch this, because I think there's an Oliver Laserdisc. Did I smell that one? Oh, I mean, what's the difference? I'm not going to put it in. Anybody out there in Arkansas? Come by, I'll give this to you. I have it. You probably could have that Quiet Man, too. All right, we're almost done, sort of. Passage to India. I think this is also a dupe for me. Alec Guinness, that's Darth Vader. Get it? And I don't know anybody else. Can't read that. James Fox. I don't know anything about this. I mean, maybe I would watch this. I don't think this is my jam. But boy, India was on fire in the early 80s, huh? Gandhi, Passage to India, Gandhi. All right, here we go. I'm not seeing any signs of rental. You see the glue, this era glue. Man, that is in excellent condition. Not a hint of mold. Oh, squirt. I didn't know it was so late. All right, let's get moving. Passage to India, Alec Guinness. Of course, I know he's Obi-Wan. I don't know if anybody thought I was whatever. Funny Girl, Barbara Streisand. Never saw that. Omar Sharif, you know him from Dr. Zhivago, I think. That's what he was in. And any of these other names are not ringing a bell. Walter Pigeon. Can I show the back? Oh, there they are. Funny Girl. I mean, boy. I don't know about that. Well, maybe I would laugh. I am watching Lucy right now with some people, and I know everybody talks about Lucille Ball as being funny, but I'm really enjoying those reruns. They're on Blu-ray too. They look fantastic. I think we did a Laserdisc on Lucy too, by the way. It had a couple of choice episodes like them with the Chocolate Factory. If you look at this channel, it's called Laser Brains, that one. And it would be Laser Brains, and just type in Lucy. I Love Lucy. What is this movie about? I don't even, you know what? I wouldn't. Chances of me watching that are pretty slim, sir. Oh boy. Okay. Now we've seen these before, right? Sort of. Oh, look. Speaking of Lucille Ball and the Marx Brothers, I've never heard of this movie, Room Service. But Lucille Ball, she's the straight man in this one? This might have to go to the top of the list, people. Even though I don't love the production values on these. Come here, you. Well, I have to take that back and eat my words. Look at the amount of tape that they use. This is no EP, sir. This is an SP. Never, not only have I not seen it, I've never heard of it. No mold. Yeah, I mean, right? I gotta watch that. And they don't tell you what it's about on these. They just show you a bunch of other. It's like a commercial back there. The Thing plus Gunga Din. Gunga Din. Bring water. Bring water. Alright, come here. Oh, baby. Check out that hubris on his face. You know the song You're So Vain, right? Carly Simon coughed it up. She said this, she claimed it was one or two people, but I think that means it was just this guy. Oh, the hubris. Mr. Sweetie Pants. Jack Warden, of course, I know. Been a lot of stuff, but Dirty Work is the thing I most remember him for. How do you like that? Sorry, Jack. Tony Bill. Goldie Hawn, I heard of him. Warren Beatty and Julia Christie. I don't know. That's not ringing a bell for me. Shampoo. Guessing this guy does hair. Oh yeah, look at him in the tuxedo. Warren, you're so gorgeous. What is this about? Is at his sexiest as a bed-hopping Beverly Hills hairdresser. I don't know. Listen, sounds pretty goofy. I might have to check that out. There you go. Definitely a rental there. I don't see any mold flakes inside. I mean, for a rental, this is pretty good condition. No mold. And the box is in pretty good condition, and all the flaps are there. Fun stuff. You know what I mean. That's a British accent, by the way. I put it on. I don't have one. The Way We Were. Now, I saw this not too long ago, and you're gonna say, "Why did you watch that?" I go, "Well, because I had a VHS copy of it, and I had just gotten an old TV." When I say old TV, I don't say 1990 or something. It was a Mitsubishi TV encased in this giant wood sort of frame, and it was on wheels, and it was massive. Say 40 inches. And somebody broke it. But before they broke it, I watched this, and you know what? It's this is that typical narcissist generation, and whoever wrote this, I don't know who wrote it. It was clearly autobiographical, and it was sort of excusing his sins in this. I mean, I don't know that I would watch it again, and of course it's ham-fisted because of the time, but well, whatever. Just as sort of a time capsule of how these people were. You think Hollywood is bad now. In the 70s, these guys were out of control. There you go. I'm not seeing any signs of rentals. I mean, I might watch 5 minutes of this to see. One of the fun things about these old tapes is the coming attractions. So I do like to watch. I like that. I mean, that's nice, right? I like that. All right, now there's two left, and they're both in a Boobikins box. So let's see what we got. Oh, they're stuck together. We got one left. Look at this. Some vintage tape. I will sell this tape if you want. Not this tape. This tape. Just because you don't see it anymore. It's actually holding together pretty well. Good for them. Should I reveal what this is? By the way, what is PD Magnetics? Never heard of them. Heard of DuPont though. Remember that guy who was killing people? Or shot him in the house or something? DuPont Air. Look at that. Star is Born. This ain't Bradley Whitford, I wouldn't think. Wow. 1954 restored. Maybe I would look at that. Just because. This is probably what Bradley Whitford based his on, right? He wouldn't be so gauche as to do the Barbra Streisand one. He would have to go back to the 50s. Get Lady Goo Goo. There we go. Look at the condition of that. I mean, not a flake anywhere. I wonder what happened to the box though. Pretty wild, right? And this is that, let's give it up to these guys. 2 tapes. They were willing to cough up the money for 2 tapes. How long is this film? restored too. How were they restoring films in the early 80s? They certainly didn't have the computers and stuff like they do today. Come on, baby. Come on. There we go. Star is Born. I mean, there's not much to show you because it's in a weird box, but somebody had ingenuity. Good. Like that. There you go. So that's the end. I'm sorry there's not much to look at here because it's a Boobikins box. Here. Put that on there. Depending on who you are, you'll enjoy that for your weekend. All right, that's all I have for now on this liar box. And I think this is number 4. And I'm not buying any more of these or acquiring them or getting them. So that's the end of the liar box series. All right, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.